Well, I'm over here at the other place, and yeah, I got a little mess going on. Built this table a few weeks ago, and lo and behold, the first time they wanted to use it, it was raining out. So the little cooking burner ended up over on the floor over there like usual. So I decided to kind of build a little awning out here to keep the rain off, so we can in fact cook outside still. And that's what I'm doing. So I figured I better show this before I get too far along. I'm using those little guys to hold my purlins. It's the easy way. I got one board on the end here spanning the whole distance, and then a couple of 2x6s here off of the house in some anchors, and I also have a couple 3.5-inch screws running all the way back in that header there. So this header is pretty substantial and will hold that thing just fine, and went with a what turned out to be a 45 angle up here to a little over center. And I've hung off of each of those individually, and it'll work fine. And then for the side of the house there, I just used a 2x4, and it's screwed into the studs of the house, and then I have toe-nailed into the stud here at the end with 3.5-inch screws, and another little bracket right up there. So I think this will hold up my polycarbonate, and that's the first look at what I'm doing. I figured I'd better show it. I wasn't going to, but yeah, these here, just another couple of those little brackets. Some of these brackets are used, some of them are new, but anyway. And then the other end comes right down here on the bottom of this, which is two 2x4s up and down, and then a 2x6 laying flat there, and we're tucked in the corner, not going anywhere. So figured I'd give it a little look-see, and when I get some more done, I'll show you. Well, just because I can, I'm gonna do this, and then I was gonna check my level. I haven't checked level yet, so I checked level between this one and the other one there, but I haven't checked level all the way across, so I guess we're going to do that and see how it worked out. That'll be the first section. And we'll try the other section there. We have a stepping stool. Well, let's see how this one turned out. This is the second section, and I have an idea I can live with that. So yeah, not bad for a Volkswagen guy. The purlins I ran are not evenly spaced, but they're not at like 16 or 24, but the polycarbonate I'm using I can see through, so I can just screw right into them. End to end they're evenly spaced, as we can see, but you know, the gap here may not be the same as this one. Anyway, I kind of split the difference with what I was working with. So I guess I'm going to paint this thing gray, cut my polycarbonate, and probably tomorrow's project will be to put the polycarbonate up. Alright, a quick look here. Everything's painted gray. A couple coats on the outer edge here where it'll be kind of exposed to the elements. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to meet up against the siding here with these tapered edges. I kind of have an idea. And you can see up there that I've already, before I put in this stuff, I modified my gutter, my downspout, so that it'll come down off and then drop into whatever gutter I put on the end of my roof here. But I have to figure out how I'm going to mate my roofing to the wall there to seal it up and keep moisture from getting in there. Went ahead and cut all my panels in half, so they're all ready to go. Okay, I got my starter figured out here. What I've done is I turned this sheet upside down from the normal way I would do it, so that it has the up on the edge here that'll go up against the wall, and then at each of the steps for the siding right there, I cut a little guy like that, so when I flex this up against, this one will go out underneath here, and then this one will flex upward, and I'll have a tight fit along this siding. I only have one notch there and one notch up behind the gutter there. So when I push this up, if I can push it up even, it'll be a tight fit on that siding, and then later I can run a little bead of some polyurethane or something down there, and that way the water will shed off of the house and into this first trough here and run down, and shouldn't get any leak in behind. I think it'll work out good. Well, I got the roofing up here, and as I knew would happen, it was, more than I needed. You can see I got some hanging out there flopping in the breeze, and I'd been contemplating, and I figured I'd figure it out when I got there, whether to cut it off and do it that way or do something else. Anyway, I kind of have an idea, but I was going to show a couple details. I had mentioned earlier that I laid this first sheet upside down, so you can see it goes up against the side of the house there, and then I kind of pushed it in so it's got a flex to it up against the house, and then at these joints a little extra daub of some polyurethane. There's only 2 of these, and it's pretty tight up against the siding all the way up, but if I run a little bead of some polyurethane or something down there, there'll be no water getting in behind this thing, and that'll be a good thing. So that's kind of how I did that. All that did is make me have a little extra overlap on the first joint here, but that's fine. The perimeter here, I went every other spot. Out on the field there, I went every 4th, which is plenty. And up the sides, I went at every purlin and in between every purlin. So yeah, it's up here. It's going to work good, and that'll keep the rain off our little cooking area over here. So I'm going to go figure out that other end, and then I'll come back and show you what I got. Well, I'm going to go for a little parting shot here. Got this thing all up and hooked. Of course, the sun's going to be right in my eyes here, but this is kind of what I did for my little extra tailpiece. Took some old scrap pressure treated 2x6 I had laying around and just cut them, and then screwed through this direction in 3 spots. It's pretty stout. Hung a little 2x4 on the outside edge and kind of scabbed together the front here. But once I get a gutter hanging, it'll hide this ugliness right there. So calling that my little cooking table. I guess we'll call it a cooking table eyebrow. That's the ticket. Well, it's the 15th out here at the other place, and aside from the mess, got to clean up. Calling it done. Got my gutter, and yeah, you can see what we got going on. Gives a little more room here on the patio. I reused as much as I could. There's the old downspout, shortened quite a bit, and then running down here, dropping into my new gutter, which drops out. Small extension, old stuff right down to where it used to go. So, calling it through. Pretty cool project. The cooking table eyebrow. So, thanks for watching.